Hi, this is Kamina, and I wanted to talk today about herbal drinks and rinses. First of all, I want to talk about nettle and burdock root. Both of these are supposed to be good for cleansing, uh, like nettle. If you have the flu, it's supposed to be good to help clear your lungs. So it'll be good for headaches. I believe both of them are also supposed to be good if you have skin problems like eczema, as far as making an infusion and spraying it on your skin. But the reason I want to talk about these two as far as drinking it, ingestion of these herbs is because of the vitamins that they have. And I'm not much for eating a lot of vegetables and all that kind of stuff. So I'm eating better than I used to. I'm getting older. I'll be 56 here in a little bit. So I'm trying to take a little better care of myself gradually. I'm getting there. Um, and so I thought that I would get these two to try internally. Um, uh, Burdock root is supposed to be also good for indigestion in your bloodstream and all that, and your kidneys. So that's why I'm trying those two for as ingestion. Well, what I really wanted to talk about was using the actual herb itself for ingestion. Now, this one more thing I wanted to say is this Alvita. It's really reasonable. I got it from iHerb, and 24 bags cost about $2.68 for the burdock root and about $3.68 for the nettle. Not expensive, and they're really quick. It's about 4 days from the time you order to the time comes to your house. You pick it up at the post office or whatever. So they're really good as far as getting the products to you. But what I want to talk about is the herbs itself. I have the burdock root, and it's kind of a woody kind of type herb. I guess it's made, yeah, it's a root, so the woody part of the root. And also the nettle, which I've talked about before. It's the leaves of the nettle. And they're both supposed to stimulate hair growth, stimulate your scalp, um, good for spritz. And so I use when I make a rinse, a final rinse, I've used the nettle before, and like I said, I'm going to try using them both because they're both supposed to be really good together. Um, you bring water to a boil, put your herbs in it, put a plate or something over it so it'll steep. Let it steep for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I sometimes add cold water to it to cool it off, or let it sit until it cools off. Strain it, and strain it twice until you don't have anything in it, because you don't want anything getting in your hair, and then pour it through your hair. Now I know for a fact nettle really made my hair soft, light, just seemed like it just cleansed it really good. I don't have a lot of stuff in my hairs, but it just made a difference. It was just springy and shiny. So that's that. I'll come back later and let you know how that worked using the two together. Like I said, nettle I can speak for. It really worked. I'm not saying for anybody to go out here and use this. Do your own investigation, check out websites, see what's what, try, and try it, because what might be good for one person might not be good for other, because I don't care, natural or not, people have reactions. And I don't want to tell anybody go out and do this and then they have a reaction. So you use your own judgment. I'm just putting a little information out there, because a lot of people are going toward natural things now because you hear so many side effects about everything. Um, but I also read that you can use rosemary and nettle as a final rinse. and it's supposed to be good for dandruff. Now I have high blood pressure, so I don't use it. I bought it, and afterwards read a lot of things about if you have high blood pressure, how it's a stimulant in a way, so not to use it. So I don't. I steer away from that. Also, sage. I don't know if I mentioned it already or not. I bought the sage from Miss Alvita. Oh goodness, that's some terrible stuff. It tastes. I got it for my daughter, and she called me and said, "Mom, this stuff is terrible." I said, "Well, okay, I'll try it," because I got a box myself, and I sent her a box, and it tastes like dressing, which is what sage is used for, dressing. So it's like a big cup of dressing, and believe me, you don't want to do. God, it's terrible. I don't care what you put in it; it just tastes awful. So, but the sage in itself, if you mix it as an infusion and pour it over your hair gradually, it's supposed to darken grays. Okay, I'll never know because I dye my hair. I don't have time to wait for sage to giddy up and come on, and that takes too long. I got too much gray, so I dye mine, use my gray magic and my hair color, and in 20 minutes or less I'm done. So that was about all I wanted to say about that. Oh, one other thing, they have nettle oil and they have burr oil. Now burr oil is a product of the burdock root, but it's an oil. And I would suggest, I always try to use a carrier oil like almond or grapeseed, something like that, and uh, water, the, the D word, I can't think of it, distilled water, and use it as a spritz. And the two of those together with the carrier oil and the water is supposed to be good for a spritz. Now, I think I mentioned it, I don't know, that if you use a nettle or burdock as a rinse, to put a little honey. They say a couple of drops of honey, and I've heard people talk about how honey is a moisturizer. So I might try that, just a couple of drops. I don't think it would hurt. I'm not gonna like roll my hair or set my hair with honey because I just think it would be too sticky. But that I might try just to see how it goes. And so that's pretty much all I want to say. I want to talk about that, and if anybody has any questions or any suggestions, um, just leave me a comment, and I think that'll be it for now. So thank you.